Hey everybody, it's me Lone, back with a Fallout 76 video, and about 9 months ago on YouTube, I did a video that detailed all the possible ways that you can boost your experience in Fallout 76. The problem with that video was that 1, it was way too long, 2, some things have changed since then, and 3, I never actually showed you in the game my personal method of hyper leveling in Fallout 76, and I think it's a totally different thing to be shown how to do something versus just being told how to do something, and that's what this video is for. I want to show you what I do every time that I want to level up as fast as I can in the game, just so you can replicate it with your own characters. So if this video does help you, if you enjoy it, please like it, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new, but with all that out of the way, let's get to the video. Okay, we're in the game and let's do it. I want to show you my personal method of hyper leveling in Fallout 76, though keep in mind, I'm not showing you every single way that you can boost your XP. I am showing you most ways, and I believe the most important ways that you can do so. There is some legwork that you're going to have to do to get to the stage that I'm at, but once you're there, it's really manageable and it's easy to do certain things and to maximize your XP in a manageable way. I've got some notes next to me that I'll be referring to throughout this video, and in the description below there are a bunch of links to wiki articles for all the items that I'm talking about, just so you know how to get to the recipes, the ingredients, etc, etc. So with all that out of the way, let's get to the crux of this video. To boost your experience points in the game, as most of you probably know, you need to boost your intelligence. Very roughly, every point of intelligence gives your character an additional +2 percentage points of XP. So with special loadouts, this has become much easier, certainly than before when I made my last video. So what you can do, and what I actually suggest you do, is designate a particular loadout to be your experience build. This doesn't have to be min-max or optimized for damage or any of that crap, alright? This is just for when you want to level up your character as fast as you can. And all you need to do, it doesn't matter about the rest of these special, you can do those as you please, but you just want your intelligence to be 15. Maximize that as much as you can, okay? And then we'll go into the actual perk cards. And if you want to get crazy with it, this isn't necessary, but for those of you that can do it, what you can do is stack on top a legendary intelligence perk card, especially if it's maxed out, because that's going to give you an additional 5 intelligence points, which is great. Yes, you wouldn't normally do this because when your intelligence is already 15 and you're stacking this on top, you're actually not able to use any of those extra perk points to equip further perk cards. But as I said, we are just trying to maximize our intelligence and give us as much XP as possible. We're not trying to maximize this build in any other way or optimize it or min-max it or any of that crap, okay? So we're going to have 20 intelligence just from those 2 things alone, which is great. In terms of other perk cards that we need, what I suggest that you have equipped is Stranger Numbers, because this is going to boost the mutations that I'm about to talk about when you're in a team with teammates that are mutated, and therefore you're going to get even more experience that way. You need Class Freak, because a lot of you probably have mutations like Marsupial that actually decrease your intelligence, so you want this to offset those negatives as much as you can. And then also as well, of course, you want Inspirational, because when you're on a team and when this is maxed out, you get 15 percentage points more XP in the game, which is great. So make sure you have those 3 perk cards. Then let's talk about mutations. So the mutations that you want namely are Herd Mentality, because when you're in a group, you get more special across the board and therefore more intelligence. And as I said, Stranger Numbers is now boosting my mutations. So Herd Mentality is giving me 3 more intelligence, which is awesome. Same with Egghead. I'm now getting +8 intelligence with Egghead, which is such a great boost. Like, if any mutations that you really need for this, Egghead is the most important one because he gives you so much more intelligence. And then you can either have Herbivore or Carnivore. I'm going to cover both in this video. I will show you the Herbivore line, but you can also have the Carnivore mutation, because what these do is give you double the benefits when you consume the items that I'm about to talk about. And when it's double the benefits for XP or boosting your intelligence, it means literally double the XP or double the intelligence, and therefore even more XP. It is something that you really need, so make sure you have either Herbivore or Carnivore in the game. Now let's talk about armor. So this is one of the things that you're going to have to do legwork for, unless you already have a full set of Unyielding. But yes, make sure you have a full set of Unyielding, and make sure that you are below 20% health, because each of these are going to be giving you an additional 3 intelligence. So it's really important if you want to maximize your intelligence and therefore XP in the game. If you really want to go crazy with it, you can have Unyielding armor with +1 intelligence as the 3rd star, but that is one of those additional things that I don't think is absolutely necessary. You can do it if you want, but just having Unyielding armor for me is good enough. So make sure that you do that. Then what you want to do is join a casual team or create a casual team. When you're in a casual team that's fully bonded with 3 other teammates, you're getting an additional 4 intelligence. And as you can see, I'm fully bonded with everyone here. So plus 4 more intelligence, really great. Make sure that you're in a casual team all the time. Then what you want to do is go upstairs to your bed, or wherever your bed is. Maybe it's upstairs, maybe it's downstairs. I don't know your camps. And then what you want to do is sleep in the bed, because as most of you again probably know, sleeping in your bed gives you a well-rested bonus for an additional plus 5 percentage points of XP. If you have an ally, that effect lasts even longer, but if you don't, this effect still lasts pretty long and it'll be serving you really well. So when you're sleeping, I think sometimes it takes like 20 seconds up to 40 seconds, really roughly, but you'll get a emoticon or a little emote that pops up that says you're well rested, and you're going to get even more experience in the game. It's something that you really should be doing. I'm trying to think of words to say until this thing pops up. Come on, man. I believe in you. There it is. You feel well rested. And then I'm going to check my effects so you can see the well rested bonus in action. So we'll go effects, and as you can see, well rested for 2 hours, plus 5 percentage points of XP. And I don't have an ally, so it's only 2 hours long. The last thing that you can do when it comes to experience, and this is not something that's manageable because you have to wait for the event, but if you want to do the Path to Enlightenment event when it pops up on the map, this is a public event that when you do it and commune with the Wise Mothman at the end, you get an additional 5 percentage points of XP for about an hour. I think the effect lasts for. So do it when you see it, but obviously you can't force that event to pop up. So it's a nice to have rather than a necessity. So with that out of the way, I'm going to fast travel to West Tech, and we're going to talk about consumables. Okay, we're at West Tech. You probably know why already, but first let's talk about consumables. Consumables are really important to maximize your XP in the game because they can boost your XP directly and also boost your intelligence to therefore boost your XP as well. Yes, the buffs are only temporary, but because they're so good at what they do, you really should be using them to maximize your XP, especially just before you go into an area like West Tech where you can get a lot of experience. As I said, make sure you have the herbivore mutation or the carnivore mutation, pick one, and then that's going to dictate which particular food items you're going to be using to maximize your XP, okay? So, I've covered that. Let's go through all the items that you're going to want to be using and stacking. When it comes to stacking, you need to keep in mind that you can't use the same type of consumable to boost the same stat. So you can't use 2 different food items to both boost your intelligence or your XP at the same time. The most recent one that you take is going to override the first one. But what you can do is use different types of items, a food item, a chem, a bobblehead, etc., each boosting your intelligence or each boosting your XP. That is totally fine. They'll apply at the same time and stack successfully. So let's talk about the items that you're really going to need, okay? In aid, let's use lunch boxes. You can use up to 4 of these at one time to stack them together, and that's what we're going to do right now. They give you 25% more experience, as you probably know, and when you stack 4 of them together, of course, you get plus 100% more experience. Yes, you should use these around teammates to give them the effect as well, but I'm not going to do that for this video, just, you know, so I can show you. And also as well, you can get these by using gold bullion at gold bullion vendors, though you can get them in the atomic shop if you want to, though I understand a lot of you don't want to do that. So in effects, you can see I'm very well rested, and now I have plus 100 percentage points more of XP, which is really nice. So that is lunch boxes. Let's talk about bobbleheads. There are 2 types of bobbleheads that you can use to boost your XP. The leader bobblehead, which directly boosts your XP by 5%, or the intelligence bobblehead, which gives you 2 more intelligence to therefore give you roughly another 4% more of experience. So yes, the leader bobblehead is better in that regard, but you can use the intelligence one in a pinch. Yes, bobbleheads are hard to come by. I suggest, you know, jumping to people's vendors and to buy them that way. Or if you want to search for them for yourself, you can do that, of course, and sell them as well if you don't find them. So I'm going to be using the leader one for the purposes of this video. Keep in mind what you want to have is Curator, the perk card, to make them last twice as long, including magazines. But let's use the leader bobblehead. And as you can see, a leader is giving me another 5% experience for 2 hours thanks to Curator, which is really, really nice. And then I can use the intelligence one later if I want to. Now, let's talk about food. If you're a herbivore build, you want to be using cranberry relish because this gives you, when you have all your boosts and everything with herbivore and also being in a team with, you know, mutated enemies or mutated teammates, plus the stranger numbers per card, or boosting that in that regard, you're getting an additional plus 25 experience percentage points, which is freaking awesome. Cranberry relish is awesome. Cranberry cobbler is much easier to make, but not as good, so you want to be using cranberry relish. If you're a carnivore build and not a herbivore build, your equivalent is tasty squirrel stew. Again, link in the description if you want to know how to make that. So cranberry relish if you're herbivore, tasty squirrel stew if you're carnivore, okay? The next one that you want to be using are brain bombs, because brain bombs, while they are a food item, they're boosting a different stat. They are boosting your XP, okay? So your intelligence. So brain bombs, again, with all those boosts, are giving you an additional 8 intelligence, which is freaking awesome to boost your XP even more. If you're a herbivore, if you're a carnivore, your equivalent are broiled scorched beast brains, okay? So herbivore, brain bombs, carnivore, broiled scorched beast brain. That's also going to boost your intelligence by 8 as well. So what we're going to do is not use them right now because they're more temporary than the other boosts, but I'll use them in a second. The next thing that you want to use are magazines, and specifically the Live and Love number 8 magazine. This is going to boost your experience by another 5% when you're in a team, which is freaking awesome. So let's use that, and then as you can see, it's lasting for about an hour, right? Where is it? I can't even see it. Live and Live at number 8. Yeah, there we go. 5% more experience for an hour, thanks to Curator. So that's really, really important. And then finally, the last boost that you want to use is a chem. Berry Mentats. These give you an additional 5 intelligence to be boosting your XP even more. So Berry Mentats are really important. What I'm going to do now is bypass all these enemies because I want to get to the real deal, okay? Yes, West Tech is the best location to be farming XP in the game, bar none. The reason why it's so good now, especially, is because they are now instance interiors. And not only does that mean, the enemies are always spawned for you, even when you swap servers, it means that they're scaled to your level. So pretty much all these super mutants are going to be level 100 for me. So they're giving me crazy levels of experience. It's going to be freaking awesome. So I've got a fully bonded team. I've got all my boosts, but I'm about to use the other ones that I mentioned. So let's go here. I'm going to make sure that I have concentrated fire, so I'm killing these a little bit easier. So let's use brain bombs, cranberry relish, and berry mentats. So as you can see now, these are all applying at the same time. Brain bombs, cranberry relish, and then berry mentats is up here, only for 4 minutes, so keep that in mind. And I want to go to my special. So now we have 61 intelligence. Freaking insane. Okay, so much intelligence. You're going to see how much XP I get from these super mutants right now. So let's kill them, okay? Oh, come on, Vats. You can do better than that. Almost 1,800 experience points from each of these super mutants. Freaking insane. It is so much experience. And that's why West Tech is so good, especially with all these boosts that you have operating. There's another enemy there. I should be using my VATS crits more. Why is VATS being a pain today? But as you can see, lots of experience. All these super mutants are scaled to my level. They're all level 100. I'm just going to shoot the torso. Screw up. So yeah, still all giving me almost 1,800. Again, you could probably do this more if you had armor pieces with +1 intelligence. But hey, I will take 1,800 experience per enemy any day of the week. And the beauty about West Tech, as I said, is that you can hop servers and get more super mutants. There are other great locations that you can go to, including White Springs, Harper's Ferry, the Burrows, and Abandoned Bogtown. So those are really good if you want to kind of start here, go to those other ones, and then hop servers to hopefully have those other locations respawn. But to be honest, West Tech is all you really need. Apparently in West Tech as well, if you go downstairs, wait a while, and then come back upstairs, all the enemies are respawned. That has not worked for me. I don't know why. I've completed the West Tech quest, but that's never worked for me. If it works for you, great. But hey, I'm happy just to hop servers and to have it all respawn that way anyways. So I'm leveling up, as you can see, ridiculously fast. It is insane how much experience I'm getting. Even like 850 from that hound. That is insane. So let's keep going. Events that you want to do as well. I want to make sure that I mention events. Line in the Sand, Radiation Rumble, and Guided Meditation. Those are the ones that you want to be doing to get as much experience in the game. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this, man, because I'm leveling up fast, hey. But yeah, that's pretty much it, fam. I hope that I've helped you with this video. This is my regular route for leveling up in the game. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm just going to kill the rest of these enemies while this records. So let's jump into the conclusion of the video after that. Alrighty, Wastelanders, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourselves, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.